So let's start with the Swagger because that has been covered. Go quickly on the Swagger, please. Yep. So basically, again we walk through the at least 6 user story, and let's run down on the Swagger. What do we do? It will take only 5 minutes, and then we'll actually bringing this. So go with the sign in. So based on any application you test anything, of course, you need to know the requirements very well. And then, of course, you need to have the test data as well. And then you understand how this functionality works. This is the 3 things. How this functionality works, we call the analysis paralysis, whatever you call it. And in the planning meeting, you always discuss this. If I am the test engineer, I just need to know how to test it. So for the sign-in API, the goal is, you can try it out. You can know application.json, and you can see the response code. That's basically, and it is post request. Go up a little bit. Post. So it's called the HTTP method. HTTP method, nothing but the English verb. Okay. So these are the post means something you are just creating something. Put means you are adding or updating something. Delete means, of course, you are deleting. And then get means you're reading something. These are the most common behavior anything as we do from the mobile or the web or the client. So these are actually the client behavior. So it's a post, you're signing in, and then you can try it out. As we mentioned, the Postman, you can try it out to understand. And so to sign in this API, let's create, we need to have the username and password. So let's create username and password. I think let's use one of the username and password. Do you have one?
Yes.
Can you use it? Yep. So you're going to pass the username. You need to pass the password. If you want to use it, you need to know the sign up. Okay. Let's do this.
Okay,
and you need,
yeah.
yep. We have already the user ID. That's the reason. You can execute. So stay there. So scroll down a little bit. Okay. Did you forget the password? Whoever, Zara has the username and password?
Yes.
Okay. So all of the best practices, you have your own test data anytime, regardless what is your position. If you work on an application a lot, always have your test data ready.
No.
Okay, there is a wrong test.
Let's try that password.
Oh, we change it?
Before
okay. 112233.
Test 112233. Is it like this?
Yeah, let's try. I remember from last one time.
Oh,
No,
great.
it's bad request.
Can I give mine?
Yeah.
But are you leaving? No.
Go up. You can type me. You can send me on the any messenger or anything else.
Sure.
Okay, so scroll down while we are giving. So basically, in the Postman, you can, if you type the wrong credential, of course you will get the 400 bad request. That was actually given on the code base as well, in the backend code base. So that exactly it showed the invalid credential. So in the backend code base, it was that. Scroll down a little bit. And then the response header, request body means as a user, mobile app user or the desktop app user, when we are sending, like we're typing something, that's called the request payload. And the request payload is going from the client. Who we are sending to the server, and server provide the response body of the response payload. So based on what is sent, and the backend said, well, you're wrong. That's exactly because this information is not in the database. And that's the reason it is not working. So now we actually fix it. So now we fix we put the credential, look at this. We put the credential. So the backend said, yep, it looks good. Scroll down. And then it said 200 OK. The code server response 200 OK means this HTTP code, we are back to the business. But go up a little bit. So you see the curl command. We do this a lot. The curl command means the combine everything in this, what is called, in this, the request. Like your request body, your response, your request body, then the payload, everything is called the curl command. You can use this curl command in the console, and then you can see actually that you get the same response. And the second line is request URL. A URL means the entire thing, okay? And the URL means the entire thing means the staging -be -ecom.texaforyou.com. That's the domain name. And the /API/user/signin is called the URI, or we call the endpoint, okay? Endpoint will be changed based on the user story. URL will be changed as well based on the environment, remember? But the code does not change. The domain will be changed because we have the development, we have the test, we have the staging, and finally production. So the staging be.com, texaforyou.com, this part will be 4. If you have a 4 environment, if DevOps engineer create the 4 environment, you will have the 4 URL. But the remaining part, it will not be changed. In each environment, there will be the same code base. So now the question is, if you are testing, if you are trying out something on the development environment, do you think you can use the same data on the test environment? You cannot, because they have different, each of the environment is different. They are not, as I said, they are not sharing any database. Sharing database means one database you are connecting everywhere. That's called the shared database. But as I said, each environment, their code base, their server information, their database, they're separate. Development, test, staging, they're all separate. If you want to know more details, can you go open the URL, open the new tab, please, and type staging.ts4u.us. So you guys see this? So this is our staging environment. Your data is not there at all. None of your information is there, because that's the one when we develop something, like it's our test environment. You see the same website, right? So that's actually the part of the, look at this, his ID is logged, and it will be maybe different, maybe not different. Different will be the data here. The website will be the same. Functionality will be the same. Data will be different. Remember, as I said, in the lower environment, it is only the development team environment. It's not the production, means there is no student can enroll here. Okay, no student can do anything here. It is only for our development team. As you are fixing the bug, adding the new functionality, after the developer, the push the code, we actually bring the code to the new environment, is staging environment. That's exactly we test. As I said, this is the lower environment. The same way for the e-commerce, we are actually in the staging environment. Go back to the staging environment. So you see the environment, the same thing, but the user base is different. All right, so URL will be changed based on the project, how many environment they maintain. But the same code base is going everywhere. Remember that. It's not the 4 type of code. One, sign up, sign in, update password, update the address, update the profile, all the user story the same. Code base will be the same for each of the environment, only the environment resources are different. Server information different, database information different. And if you want to test it, you have to set up 4 test data. For the development, different test data, staging, different test data, production, different test data, and then the test environment, different test data. So remember that. Okay, scroll down. So we are expecting the 200 response code. As I said, somebody asked what is the token. So basically, based on the username and password, the system generated this token. So look at this. There is it is dynamic. If we run the request again, it will give you the new token. If you log in again, it will give us the new token. So let's check it out. Go up and run again. So just remember this. So you remember. Execute again. Even though you did not change your username password, but look at the information is changed. The token is dynamic. Token is always dynamic. It is come from the, I forgot that. What is this? What is the token? The
JWT.
it's called the JWT token, JSON web token, right? JSON web token.
Yes.
Which hash algorithm do you use? I forgot that.
It's like HS26, something like this.
Okay. So of course, this is all the hash algorithm. It means like you are securing the resources when you're communicating. We'll be going over more details. And the purpose is, look at this, each time you log in, it gives you the, based on your user credential, it gives you the different token. But let's go, just change the user information. See if you get the token or not. Change the wrong password, something wrong. Yep. Execute it. You did not get the token. See this? So these are the mechanism. So, but at this moment, I'm protecting my system. You are wrong user. And I said, I'm not going to give you any token. Token means I'm actually maintaining your session. Whenever we start using the session, we are starting maintaining the session. I'm not going to details this technical part. You guys will learn more details in the future. So now look at the response header. There will be two tabs. When we send the mail to someone else, mail is inside, it's called the body. What is the outside? We are typing to and from, that's the header, right? The same way, computer works the same way. There is a request header, there is a response header. Request header means who is the computer, what is the browser, who is the sending the information, from where the sending the information is called the request header. Response header means where is the server located, what is the server web server information, what is the server address, that's the response header. It's basically exactly the way the regular mail works. You go to the post office, type to and from, it works the same way. That's called the header. And scroll down a little bit, and you see this. These are the information based on your backend code. So now go ahead, put the good data, and then we take this to the Postman. Okay, so execute it. We're good. We're going to take that's it. That's the Swagger works, nothing else. All the brain goes to understand the requirements. All the time consume on the requirements, not the tools. Tools doesn't do much really. Tools makes our life easy. Tools is available, but tools is not solving my problem. It's me understand the requirements, know the dependency, how this works, how that shouldn't work. That's our brain. So we are going to take the curl command and we are going to the Postman. And let's stop this, start the Postman journey so that we know. 1 second.